Hello Aries, and welcome to your monthly March, which is going to be a big month as we are going through the preparations for your birthday that is starting on the 20th this particular year, and it's going to be a really big bang because you're the first sign of the zodiac wheel, and this is also going to double as the beginning of the astrological new year, and it's also the beginning of the spring. So Aries is courageous, competitive, and motivated. So if you put your heart into your new next adventure, the time is kind of like coming here to go big or go home. So let's see what else is in the news. Holy moly, you're coming from a standpoint that there's some uncertainty. You're not so sure how to make I guess big things kind of like being pushed forward. You want to be hopeful about something. This could be even a work-related thing, that you are waiting for somebody to help you out, or you need somebody's input, and not only are you not getting it, but they are sort of like letting you high and dry, and maybe even pinpointing something on you. This is generally when a big boss comes in and says, I don't know, I don't think so. It could be just simply a bad day or some sort of like that. Let's see what more we get here. You're getting a karma card. You're getting justice, and it is reversed. Hi, Safi. Are you bringing luck to my Aries girls and boys? Everybody out there, are you? Hey, cutie. Come on, let's get this energy. She loves coming to this table because she feels the energy flow. It's just amazing how animals connect to that so easily. I wish we people can do that. And what do you think? Can I have my hand back? What? Can I? Pretty please? Pretty please. There is a little cuddly one. So Aries, justice reverse really talks about that you feel again that you have been shortened of something that should be rightfully yours, and you really feel that you deserve it. And again, so this is like the thing about your sign, right there is the travel through all of these signs. Just like in tarot, we have travel, the fool's journey, right, through all the tarot cards, and every single one is kind of like accomplishing something, right, and helping us gain new understanding. You're like this exuberant, new sign. And also Mars is in Gemini. Gemini kind of suits well with Aries, but at the same time, it's kind of really inducing, kind of pushing to the walls, and open your mind to new ideas. You have more energy than any other sign in horoscope. Doesn't mean that you have a finesse. Of course, it depends how many times you travel through this entire zodiac wheel. It depends on, some people don't need to reincarnate anymore. Some people just come to learn the lesson, and sometimes you just need a boost of energy that you have. So that's really important. Now keep in mind that for the first 20 days we are still not in Aries, so the fire is swimming in water. So when do you see fire in water? You see it in steam, you see it in volcano. So something is really brewing that I have seen here. It's brewing with authorities, it's brewing with people who are moralizing things and that sort of things. Now you have here 6 of Cups. So there's clearly some kind of all issues are coming through the fore again, and it could be something emotional that has been buried. Generally, you are the sign who is horrible in therapy, right? You're always thinking with action and moving forward, things will just go ahead. Sometimes we go ahead by going backwards, which is kind of really hard for you to comprehend. And look at my table is full of fur. Just give me a sec. I was in removing all of that fur. So the next one is 7 of Pentacles. So to me, you're going to think maybe it was some kind of up. Whenever we have a reset or kind of setback, if we have a setback, you're really organizing yourself and saying, okay, this really worked, and this always got me forward, because you already know the tool. You have lost weight once, you always know how to do it. There is like no more reinventing the wheel, right? Thing. So this is really telling you that in the entire ground, your March reading is you're pushing it forward. And forward by acknowledging what works and what doesn't work. Right? And this being propelled in a completely new state month. So starting your birthday, and like even now you're preparing for it. It's almost like, you know, then go is going to be on the 20th. When the world card is, you have like now 2 karma cards. You only have 3 more karma cards in there. Check it out how many more you have. The world is really telling me the world is yours. And if you want negatively and see it as somebody taken away from you, that's going to be your world. If you want to take the bull by its horn, that's going to be your world. You have the 4 of Cups. So I think emotionally you are like bothered. You're just bothered. It's almost like that it's really difficult for you to find the true direction, like you have 7, right? So actually 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. And this can only happen in Aries reading. Just like step, not stepping just a little bit. It will be 1, 2. Now you go 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Kind of a thing. And I can see that even by doing that, like it's not intention is not there. Doing it on maybe instinctual basis, and that's the whole thing. When the world shows up, always on this switch capability to. They say our cells in the body are completely different years, which means that some in our body are shifting like daily, some and so on and so forth. But every 7 year we are not the same person we were 7 years ago. How come? We say, hey, well, this is me, this is it. We have this ability to change. Calling you. So this is being mirrored with 9 of Cups. So you will be going through weird kind of like nooks this month, from being like right on the go when it comes to, let's say, setting things up, planning, executive function. But when it comes to emotional things, either like you're going to find really important to keep kind of like your closest one near and dear really close to you, kind of like tell them how much you love them, or you're going to simply find that even at there's like kind of like a lack of emotional fulfillment, that you really want to move things, and it looks like moving forward you will, because there is like this 9 of Cups. You're feeling accomplished, emotionally energized, which is really important. So where the hell is the 8? So we have 6. So this is so far a soulmate kind of thing. This is victory. Oh my God, this is so Aries. It's me. I won. I am ahead. So you're stabilizing everything. Everything is like falling in the order. You know that you hit your spot. You're on the road, and the roadmap is kind of check, check, check. I did this. I have so much left of the road. So it's almost like that you have a plan, and you are going to kind of like put yourself in this plan, and things can get in the way, such as like not enough sleep, such as not enough motivation. But what is really, really good about this, that you're going to have like those signposts that are going to start propelling you forward. So you're not going to give up. This is really interesting. You're going to find, and like the 5 is actually mirroring another 5, which is really, really weird. I just like finished the reading for Scorpio, I believe, and they had like weird like things with 5s. 5s are always talking about instability. With 5s, we kind of like finally think we have everything under control, and you're finally kind of like cheering with a glass of wine, and then you get this freaking phone call that something is off, and it's like, oh my God, can't I not have this like one freaking evening, one day that is kind of like, okay, this is in your environment. So it's really telling me that you will have lots of people trying to inject themselves. I mean, keep in mind that this is you. So they're trying to get you on their side, or trying to convince you into something, and really this is like about them wanting something that you already have. So I'm not really worried here, because that can be sort of like a sideshow of a sort, it can kind of like take you in a wrong direction. So the best advice is here, just kind of like ignore. All this combat is like really not worth it over here, because it's kind of like a battle of the wills that I see over here. Hopes and fears. I guess somebody here, and it could be quite a few of people, could be like maybe even up to 5 people or 4 people. Somebody's feelings are going to get hurt. So you have a 3 over here, the energy of 3, and you have the energy of 3 over here. And this is like one of those things. In order to move forward, certain things need to be sacrificed. Maybe your feelings will get hurt. Maybe, you know, like, I mean, you're trying to kind of like enforce something that you'll feel that, you know, others are not necessarily collaborating in the situation. This can also sometimes talk about the interference from the outside, and just like kind of feeling that you just cannot really get you what you want. And again, if you get into that kind of like mood, because I see there'll be moods, there'll be emotional, and there'll be also intellectual processing, where you will try to compute something in your head and you're going to justify, well, it looks good on the paper, or it cannot be done on the paper. Remember that these cards are telling you that you're not going to feel that you are on a receiving end, that something is kind of coming in a way. Other people are grabbing this piece of your cookie being you. But this is still telling me that you are moving forward, that you need to understand every single step that you take along the path. And then you have a 10 of Cups, and you have a 9 of Cups here, but then 10 of Cups is reversed. But check this 10 of Cups. It's kind of like lovely, and it's a hugging, it's a yin and yang. So it's really telling me that you need to, almost like it's going to be a masterclass in emotions for you. Like usually your mode is action, your mode is fire, right? So that's where we see you, that's where we see how you handle. But not everybody relates well with you kind of like ramming through this freaking goal, right? Where people's egos get hurt, people's feelings get hurt. And then when people get hurt, then they don't perceive you anymore as the winner. They perceive you as an enemy. So I think this masterclass in emotions for you is more or less going to be you learning the impact that you might have, you know, kind of like placed on the other people. So let me see which card you get. You get passion. Yeah. It's going to be this fire. What, you're showing up again, madam? Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. As I said, it's a masterclass in emotion, and this 10 of Cups reversed means that you're not necessarily right there. You're not accomplishing everything this month. And of course, because on the 20th, your kind of like birthday start, and I think really 21st is going to be sort of like the key date for you. And that's also when Venus enters Aries on that day. So you might find yourself kind of like getting lost in a kind of like whirlwind romances, and kind of like falling in love at first sight. So keep this in mind. As quickly as you fall in, you're going to kind of like fall out or something, right? And you are really impatient, and that's kind of like what I see over here. If you can't get it right away, you feel kind of like let down. So Mars is also going to form a helpful trine on Saturn, with Saturn on March 21st. Saturn is committed sign, right? So it's kind of like perseverance that has to be in it. So guys, you're building the wall. It's a brick after brick after brick, and not every brick will be perfect. So just keep this in mind and keep on going. So my dear Aries, if you want a reading from me, if you know you're seeing this and you're seeing kind of like, let's say, bad things happening, or you don't think you're moving forward, just breathe, stop and breathe, and think, okay, you know what, maybe I'm moving too fast, maybe I just have to pace myself, and I can guide you through it. You can get your readings, so contact me at cattarot.ca so we can move in that direction together. So Safi is still there, as you can tell. This is kind of like meaning that she's bringing you luck, your little totem for a month. So I love you, looking forward to your comments, and even more to kind of like your emails and to your orders. So cattarot.ca, and please join me every Saturday at 11 Eastern Standard Time for our live readings. All the best. Love you.